How's it going, everyone? I am back with the next episode of our Pokemon White playthrough. And you might notice something on the overlay now. I have added a question of the day section. So our very first question, it's going to be the obvious one you always want to start something off, or start something like this off with. What is your favorite Pokemon? So I'm going to go ahead and answer this for myself. My favorite is Zangoose. It was originally Umbreon, but then Ruby and Sapphire came out and I found Zangoose on my Pokemon Ruby copy, and I just loved that Pokemon ever since. So if you want to share what your favorite Pokemon is, leave it down in the comment section below. But for now, let's check our team that we have right now. Yeah, right now, our team's looking about like this. We have Oshawott at level 10 and Lillipup at level 9. They're pretty much the main ones we have at the moment. The Lillipup won't be sticking around on the team forever. I just have it to make things a little easier for Oshawott. But when we last left off, we arrived here in Striaton City. And we didn't get to explore the area. So let's get to doing that. I'll start with you. Water type Pokemon are weaker against grass type moves. I know more stuff. Is there anything in the garbage can? The trash can is empty. There is not. At the side of an old factory at a place we call the Dream Yard, there's an unusual Pokemon. There's an unusual Pokemon that can make dreams appear. Okay. How about this guy? He's going to talk about the trainer school that's right behind him. Oh no, the Striaton City gym leader. No matter how often I challenge him, he always uses Pokemon that I don't like. Well, I'll tell you this, a lot of people didn't like the Pokemon on here. But Pokemon type and a move type are the same, the move's power will increase. The gym leader told me. Yep. We like to call that stab or same type attack bonus. I too studied at the trainer school when I was a beginner. Good for you. I believe, yeah, there's a guy right here that'll give you... Pokemon can be found in dark places too. That's when a Dusk Ball can do the trick. Here's one for you. Yeah, he'll give you a Dusk Ball. So this will be a good item to use. Yep, a Dusk Ball works well at night or in a cave. Plus its name is excellent, the Dusk Ball. Dusk. Yeah, like he said, and that ball is to be used in caves or at night. Some trainers train themselves and their Pokemon in the Dream Yard. You might think about going there. It could be you'll find something. We're not going to go in the trainer school yet. Can you go in this building? I don't think you can. I think it's just there for decoration. Oh, there is an item right here that we missed. An X speed. Oh, we can go in this building over here on the left. Let's run over there and go in there real quick. Lately, I have a favorite model. Her name is Elisa, and her Pokemon are strong too. We'll probably end up meeting her later on. You can tell how strong trainers are by the number of gym badges they have. If you're a trainer, you should challenge gym leaders and collect a lot of badges. The GTS, it links the world from the second floor of a Pokemon Center. The full name of the GTS is the Global Trade Station. Yep, sadly we cannot use that anymore, since the DS services are shut down. I've trained only Fire-type Pokemon because they're my favorites, but they had no chance in a battle against Water-type Pokemon. So maybe I should try to train Pokemon of other types. I mean, that is true, but you could also just get some fire types that would make this a little easier for you. Like you could just get a Rotom in its heat form. Sure, it won't resist the water attacks, but it'll at least have electric attacks to help you against them. It's quite hard to train 6 Pokemon at once, so I've heard some trainers focus on training 3 Pokemon at a time. That's just weird. This is the only other building we haven't been in, but I know for the top floor, yeah, see the top floor is blocked off, so we can't do anything there yet. Some evolve and some don't. Pokemon relearn mysterious creatures. After a battle, to my surprise, my Pokemon evolved and changed its appearance. Alright, so that should be everything for now. So we'll head to the Dream Yard now. And I believe there are a few trainers. Yes, there are a few trainers that we have to face here. So let's go ahead and get these trainers out of the way. Well, she has two. Lasseri. These lasses early on usually always have Purloin. I really need to shift Lilliput's moves around so Leer's not the first move right there. Oh, this thing might survive now since it growled us. Yeah, just barely. And for those of you that didn't watch the first episode, we have so many Lillipups on our team because of pickup. That is the only reason why. So Lillipup is now caught up to Oshawott. I'm sorry, Musashi. At level 10. Okay, this is gonna be close if we knock this out here or not. It's gonna depend on a high or low roll. Okay, yeah, we got a high roll. There we go. Level 11? Nope. Almost. I probably should have deposited something before coming here. So now we have to get past this youngster. Youngster Joey! I can't remember, but youngster Joey appears in a few games. Like, he's in Gold and Silver. Oh, I actually use Leer. See, that's why I said I need to move my moves around. Oh my gosh, I tried to go over and it didn't do it. I was pressing A too fast. There we go, now it worked. I don't think that crit was necessary to knock out that Patrat. Or Patrat. I really need to stop saying Patrat and say Patrat. There we go, big hit there. It's a Lillipup of his own, but we're gonna have to swap out because I'm pretty sure that'll knock us out if it tackles us. Okay, we probably could have taken this thing out since the Odor Sleuth there. Yeah, Oshawott is pretty slow because of his nature. Oh, we're speed tied. I don't think there's any more trainers. Let's grab this X defend here. Let me go back to the Pokemon Center real quick and deposit a Pokemon. And I will see you guys back here in a moment. Alright guys, we are back. Now if you speak to this lady, hey you. What was the first Pokemon you received? Oshawott, really? Then Pansear could be a big help. Your Oshawott does not do well against grass type Pokemon. Say, do you want this Pansear of mine? Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, here you go. It can use fire type moves, so that makes it hot against grass types. And we get a Pansear. Now, depending on your starter, you will get a monkey Pokemon that is also it's the type that is weak to your starter. So I just got Pansear, who is weak to Oshawott. So if you started with Snivy, you would get Panpour. And if you start with Tepig, you'd get Pansage. If you have many types of Pokemon, something will work out, no matter what kind of Pokemon you have to face. Alright, let's check out our little Pansear we just got. Rash nature, that's actually a decent nature. He hates to lose. So this Pansear here is going to be a big help in the first gym. And it will also be a big help in the trainer school. So let's go over to the trainer school. This trainer school exists to meet the demands of trainers who want to know more about Pokemon because they love them. Pokemon have mysterious powers called abilities. Abilities have a variety of effects, and many of those effects are activated when Pokemon are in battle. Some moves can only be taught with TMs. TMs can be used over and over, so you might want to use them a lot. If you don't like the move you taught, you can always use a different TM. Yes, Pokemon Black and White were the first games where TMs were infinite use and didn't break after using it once. They, however, did change it here recently that they do break again. Like in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and Scarlet and Violet, they will break. There's a technique that lets you cancel evolution. I'll read the book about it to you. Are you ready? You can surprise a Pokemon and stop its evolution by pressing the B button when a Pokemon is evolving. Would you like to take a quiz about status conditions? Sure. So here is the question. Which of the following items cures poison? That will be Antidote. Ding ding ding. Right answer. Now for the next question. The item that cures paralysis is Paralyze Heal, but which of the following items wakes up a sleeping Pokemon? The Awakening does. Ding ding ding, we have a winner. Fantastic answer. Since you know so much about status conditions, I'll give you this. So he'll give you a free Full Heal. Full Heal does exactly what the name suggests. It heals all status conditions. Alright, and Charon is here, and we have to talk to him now. When a Pokemon is poisoned, its HP decreases while it is battling. Hey, Hilda. Have you come looking for the gym leader? Yeah, I have. He was here talking about Pokemon types until just a few moments ago. Maybe you walked right past him? By the way, Hilda, will you have a battle with me? I want to test how important items are in battle. Sure. Well, let's see how effective my items are. Or maybe I should test how well I can battle without items. Anyway, this is an indoor match, so let's battle without getting too rough. And alright, we are now starting our second battle with Charon. And he's going to be starting off with his Snivy, who is now level 8. But this is exactly why we went and grabbed Pansear, because Pansear is going to make this battle very easy. Because Incinerate isn't just a fire type move, it does something else. Yep, the foe's Snivy's Oranberry was burnt up. Incinerate burns berries if your opponent's Pokemon are holding them, making the berry completely useless. Moves that never miss and moves that can attack first. There sure are a lot of different moves. So let's just Incinerate the Snivy again. Charon now has a Purloin. It's important to choose which item your Pokemon holds. Now, does Purloin also have one? I don't remember if it does. No, it does not, but it uses Growl on us, which is not gonna do anything because we're using a special attack. Now, we're not getting too much experience points from this because our Pokemon is higher leveled. In Gen 5, they made it where if your Pokemon is a higher level, you get less experience points. We got about halfway to leveling up. Losing to you means that I still have, I guess it said, a lot to work on or something. So learning to use the items well is definitely important then. Oh, here, Hilda, I'll give you these berries. Alright, so Charon gives us some orange berries. These are held items that will restore your Pokemon's HP by 10 after they reach half health. Okay, I am back. I just had a little mishap with my computer because it decided to crash while recording right as we defeated Charon at the trainer school. Thankfully, the recording is still here. Though, things are a little different. Well, this little pup has an item. Yeah, we got a potion now instead of an antidote. And my Pansear is now a relaxed nature and not a rash nature. And relaxed is not a good nature. Okay, I'm gonna put Oshawott up front now. And you'll notice there is a different character standing here at the entrance to the gym. So let's talk to him. Yes, I am a gym leader of this town. You are? Right, you want to challenge the gym. In that case, what was the first Pokemon you chose? Oshawott, I see. It's weak against grass-type Pokemon. I think you need to prepare to face that type. I'll be waiting for you inside. Alright, let's head on into the gym. Hello, I'm Clyde. I'm the guide for trainers challenging a Pokemon gym. We appreciate your challenging the gym. Take this to commemorate the occasion. And we get a fresh water from Clyde here. So, the way this gym works, you have to select the type that is strong against the curtain. The type that is on the curtain. So in this case, it'd be water. So you step on this one on the right, and the curtain will open. And now you have to face trainers to reach the next curtain. Welcome to Striaton Gym. Care for a taste of battle? I'll serve up the first course. Waiter Maxwell. And he has a little pup, of course. Ooh, it's level 11. We're a little under-leveled here. Don't flinch us, please. Okay, it didn't flinch us. That's good. Yeah, that water gun did not do a lot. At least Oshawott will get a lot of experience from beating this thing. Don't flinch. Oh my gosh, it flinched us. That's gonna hurt. Oh my gosh, we're in torrent range though, so this might knock it out. There we go. And Musashi is now level 11 and learned a very useless move. Let me use a potion on Oshawott. So now I want to pick grass. The specialty of Striaton Gym, the full course trainer deluxe. I'm your second course. Waitress Tia with 2 Pokemon. She has a Patrat. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Our speed being low on Oshawott is not good. Oh my gosh, Oshawott got crit. And that is exactly why we have Lillipup and Pansear here. Oshawott is just not being too good right now because he is very unlucky getting critical hits on him. This Patrat is hitting hard. And that didn't level us up. Probably should have went and grinded a few levels before coming in here. I'll definitely have to do it before facing the gym leader. I think the gym leader's right after this trainer too. Assist. Oh my god, what is with these critical hits, dude? That is insane. Oh, now there's things using sand attack. That's gonna lower our accuracy. Okay, it didn't matter. You're not gonna learn Helping Hand. That's kinda useless on you, little pup. Panzer got to level 11. And now we pick the fire one. Yes, the gym leaders are in the next area, so we should head back out. And I'm going to go heal and grind a few levels on all the Pokemon till probably like their level, I think like 14 is what the gym leader is. It's 13 or 14. But I'll be back once we are done grinding. Alright guys, we are back after a little grinding session. As you can see, we have Oshawott now at level 13, Lillipup at level 13, and Pansear's at level 12. I gave up on grinding Pansear to level 13 because he just takes so long to level up compared to Oshawott and Lillipup. I guess he's in a slower EXP gain group, but I just realized I still have this on speed up. I'm terribly sorry. I had to speed up to make it a little easier to grind, to make it not take as long, but let's take on the gym leader. Welcome to the Striaton City Pokemon Gym. I'm Chili. I light things up with fire-type Pokemon. I'm a water-type specialist, and my name is Cress. Pleased to make your acquaintance. And my name is Silent. I like grass-type Pokemon. You see, as for why the three of us, are all here as well, oh, enough. Listen up. The three of us will decide whom you'll battle. It'll be based on the type of the first Pokemon you chose. That is indeed the case. And the partner you first chose was water type, it seems. Nothing personal, no hard feelings. Me and my grass type Pokemon will, we're gonna battle, come what may. So we will be taking on Silent because we started with Oshawott. If you start with Tepig, you will face Cress, and if you start with Snivy, you will face Chili. So, if you're okay with me, I'll, put everything I've got into being, your opponent. So let's get started with our first gym battle against Silent. Yes, despite him claiming to be a grass-type gym leader, he will use a Lillipup. Alright, so with Oshawott, I'm gonna set up a focus energy real quick. Oh, please don't flinch me. Oshawott learned focus energy at level 13 while grinded. That will make it so we are more likely to get a critical hit. With this Lillipup setting up now. That's not good. And there we go, already getting a critical hit with the water gun. Ah, my Pokemon. And there goes Silent wasting a potion now. So if we get a crit right here, this might knock it out. Oh, almost. Oh, this is gonna hurt now since he used work up. But we're gonna heal with the Orange Berry that I gave Oshawott. And we did not flinch, that is good. And Lillipup goes down. And here comes his ace Pokemon, Pansage. Huh, could it be? Could I only have one Pokemon left? And you see, Pansage is level 14, so we're under-leveled. But I'm gonna go directly into Pansear now. You see, he's gonna start using workup to try and set up now. So I will be using Lick to try and paralyze him. So let's just use Lick until he gets paralyzed. Still no paralysis. He's just sitting there spamming workup. This ain't good. Oh, come on. I'm getting very unlucky here. This is not good. There we go. We finally got a paralysis. I don't remember if this thing is holding an Oran Berry or not, but I will incinerate it just to check and see. Okay, it wasn't. Okay, that did a lot. But we should be good. Pansear should have this in the bag. And there we go. We have defeated the first gym leader. Is it over now? We got 1680 Poké Dollars for beating him. What a surprise, you are very strong. Seems like not even Chili or Crest could beat you. And we got the Trio badge. Hilda received the Trio badge from Silent. Gym badges are proof of a trainer's abilities. If you have one badge, Pokemon including traded Pokemon up to level 20 will obey you without question. We also want you to have this. We got TM83 for Workup, our first TM of the game. TM83 contains Workup. If you use Workup, the Pokemon's attack and special attack go up. By the way, TMs can be used as many times as you want. Alright, and we are now done with the first gym. Hey there, I'm Fennel. Professor Juniper asked me to give you something. Please follow me. Okay, so we have to follow her. Even though our Pokemon are banged up. You're going to meet all of the Pokemon in the Unova region, am I right? Oh, the stairs are right here. My room is upstairs here. Come on, go upstairs. So like I said, I'm Fennel, and as you can see, I'm a scientist. In fact, the subject I'm researching is trainers. Professor Juniper is my friend from college. She asked me to help you guys. So, I'll give you something to help you. This is a hidden machine for you. And we just got the HM for cut. So we can now cut down those small trees that we see around the region. Fun fact, cut is the only HM you need to beat the main story. Every other HM is optional. There are some moves that a Pokemon can use even when it is not fighting. With this hidden machine, you can teach your Pokemon a move called Cut. It can cut down a small tree, and you can use the hidden machine as many times as you want, like a TM. Isn't that great? But it's difficult to make a Pokemon forget a hidden move once it learns it. And I'd like to ask you a favor too. There's a place called the Dream Yard on the outskirts of Striaton City. Unlike some of the Dream Mist that a Pokemon there called Mana gives off. With that, I'll be able to use GameSync to collect save files of various trainers. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this HM for Cut. And I will teach it to our Patrat. Or Patrat. I keep calling it Patrat even though it's Patrat. Alright, so let's make our way out of here. Let's go heal real quick so that we're not too banged up. Now let's make our way over to the Dream Yard. And here you see there is a tree that can be cut down. This tree looks like it can be cut down. Would you like to cut it? Yes, we will. And as you go to walk through, Bianca will appear. Hi, Hilda. Are you looking for the mysterious Pokemon too? Hey, did you hear a sound coming from the other side of that wall? Come on, let's go see. Oh, let's go check it out. Oh, looky there. Mun. Oh, wait. We found you, Munna. Come on, make some dream mist. Moo. Huh. Who are you? What are you doing? Are you talking about us? We're Team Plasma. We battle day and night to liberate Pokemon from foolish humans. What are we doing? The Pokemon Munna and Musharna emit a mysterious vapor called Dream Mist, which shows people's dreams. We're going to use that to make people want to release their Pokemon. We'll show them dreams to manipulate their hearts. Oh my goodness, he just hit it. Munna. Come on, spit out that Dream Mist. You're kicking a Pokemon to make it give off Dream Mist? That's mean. Why? You're trainers too, right? That's right. We're Pokemon trainers too, but we're fighting with it for a different reason. Unlike you two, we're fighting for the freedom of Pokemon. And setting Pokemon free means that we win Pokemon battles and take Pokemon by force. So on that note, we are going to rescue your Pokemon from you. What? Don't hurt Hilda. Oh, they're not gonna hurt me. And he just has a Patrat. You should have this, Musashi, as long as you don't get crit. Oh yeah, I forgot Patrat are gonna start knowing bad now. Oh, Musashi got a crit. Level 14 now. Yeah, you can see his speed stat is his lowest stat right now. Were you not taking them seriously because they're kids? Well, whatever, I'm next. And she has a Purloin. And it's already starting off being annoying using Sand Attack. Okay, big damage with that water gun there. Okay, it tried to use Assist even though it doesn't have any partners. Oh my goodness, we have missed 2 water guns because of 1 Sand Attack. That's 3. We missed 3 water guns all because of 1 Sand Attack. Plasma, this is a nightmare. I can't believe we lost. But we have to obtain the Dream Mist. Oh my goodness, they're kicking it in. Come on, make with the Dream Mist. Knock it off. What are you two doing goofing off? We Team Plasma shall separate Pokemon from foolish people. If you cannot fulfill your duties. This isn't Getsus when he is gathering followers, or Getsus when he is trying to control people by tricking them with speeches. Yeah. This is Getsus when a plan has failed and he is about to issue punishment. At any rate, let's hurry and say we're sorry so he forgives us. Char. What was that just now? That person called Getsis appeared all over the place, and it wasn't real, right? Could it have been a dream? And that Pokemon. Oh. I couldn't wait, so I came over. Is that Musharna? Musha? Money. Did something happen? Oh, Fennel. Well, you see, Mana was here, but Team Plasma and Mana and Musharna came, and it showed us something like a dream. And then Team Plasma, I think I followed that. See, Musharna evolves from Mana, so seeing Mana in trouble, it used its power making dreams into reality to save Mana. Which means, wait a second. Is this dream mist? With this, I can complete my research. You two come to my house later, okay? Phew, how random was that? Hilda, why don't you go to Fennel's house? Me? Well, I'm going to go look for the Pokemon we saw just now. Alright, I'll do that as well, because there are 2 new Pokemon here in the Dream Yard, but there are also items everywhere, so let's try and collect them. We have a Pokeball. Is there any down? I don't think there's anything down there. I think all the other items are on this side. Yeah, there's one here. A Paralyze Heal. Is there one over here as well? Yes. A Repel. That Repel will come in handy to get another Pokemon here not too long. And a Potion. Alright, so let's see if we can find a Mana. I'll be right back when we find one. Okay, we are back and I found a Mana. So let's try and weaken this thing down and capture it. Okay, I might need to swap Oshawott out now. I don't want him falling asleep here. Okay, use Defense Curl, that's good, so I can use a physical move on it now to weaken it down a little more. So we'll hit it with a Scratch. There we go. Now Pansear's getting sleepy. So let's just toss a Pokeball at it and catch its Mana. Wow. I didn't think it would break out after one shake like that. The Pansear's fixing to fall asleep now because it had Yawn used on it. Oh my goodness, this Mana is not playing around. This thing just does not want to be caught. There we go, we caught it. It eats the dreams of people and Pokemon. When it eats a pleasant dream, it expels pink-colored mist. Now, another thing I have planned for this playthrough. If you want to nickname a Pokemon that we capture or plan to use, please leave a nickname and say which Pokemon you want it to be for in the comment section. But make sure it is only Pokemon that are in the Unova Dex. And I'm talking Pokemon that were introduced in Pokemon Black and White. So, if you go to a website like Bulbapedia or Cerebi, I'm only talking about Pokemon from Victini to Genesect. So if you want me to nickname anything, just leave it in the comment section, and I will nickname it. But for now, let's try and find the second Pokemon that is new to the area. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, I am back, and as you guys can see, there's a shaking grass spot right here. This is something new that happens after you defeat the first gym. And this will be our new answer to grinding Pokemon. So let's hope we get to it without running into a Pokemon in this one grass space in front of us. And here we have Audino. This Pokemon will be what we grind against for now on in the game, because this Pokemon gives a crap ton of experience when you defeat it. But for this one, let's try and capture it. Oh, it has a berry, so it's gonna heal. At least those pound attacks aren't doing a lot to Oshawott. Alright, let's try and see if we can get it here. I'm gonna try and use a Great Ball on this, because this thing might be a little harder to catch than Mona. And we got with the first ball, let's go. Its auditory sense is astounding. It has a radar-like ability to understand its surroundings through silent sounds. Or slight sounds, I'm sorry. Now, I'm trying to remember. I think there's a chance that you can find wild Musharna here right now as well. But I'm not going to do that. But I will pause here. And I'm going to grind on a few of these Audinos to get some levels up on our team. Okay, I just defeated 2 Audinos, and Musashi is already up to level 17. That just shows you how much Audino gives you an experience. And at level 17, Musashi will try to learn Razor Shell. So let's teach him Razor Shell. We'll get rid of Tail Whip. Razor Shell. Okay, I can't show you what it does. Okay, when I click on it, you can. It is a 75 power physical water move with 95 accuracy. The user cuts its target with sharp shells. This attack may also lower the target's defense stat. So pretty much if you get a defense stat drop using this, you're going to be hit much harder. So let's get rid of Tail Whip for Razor Shell. And also at level 17, Musashi will evolve. And Musashi is now a Duat. So let's check Duat's stats real quick. Oh. Okay, his speed went up a smidge. He still needs more speed. I might need to train him against Pokemon that give me speed EVs to make him a little faster. But he's definitely going to be hitting harder with his offensive stats. Yeah, Pansear is asleep because of the Mona still. Alright, now that we have Duat, let's head on out of here and go speak to Fennel because she wants to talk to us again. Ta-da! Thanks to you, I got some Dream Mist, and now I can collect save files of various trainers. Thank you very much. As a token of my appreciation, I will give you this Seagear to use. The Seagear is a device related to communications, such as infrared connection or Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. Hilda obtained the sea gear. Turn on the sea gear and establish connection. I'm not gonna turn it on because it's not gonna have any use to us now. If you want to turn on the sea gear, touch the power symbol at the bottom right of the screen. Then after turning on the power, if you touch the question mark icon at the bottom right of the screen, you can read about the sea gear. About Game Sync, I'd like to explain a little more about the system to collect trainer save files. Do you have time to learn more? No. I'm sorry, I'm so happy, so I will explain about it. Okay, even though I said no, what is the point of giving us the option if she's gonna do it anyway? Because thanks to you, we can do a great thing. Now, GameSeek can retrieve memories of sleeping Pokemon using Dream Mist. That's right, we can collect save files of trainers from all over the world. What's more, we learned that if you use GameSync to make a Pokemon sleep, it will have dreams. Then, when you wake up, that Pokemon, its dreams become the reality in a space called Intralink in the middle of the Unova region. Isn't GameSeek interesting? If you like, please send your save file. I've summed up the detail on the PC, so please check it if you get a chance. Oh, trainer, thank you very much for helping Fennel. This is from me. Please take it. Don't be shy. What is that, a PAL pad if I remember correctly? Yes, the PAL pad. That is... You can register your friends in your PAL pad. After you register, you can link with those friends over Nintendo Wi-Fi connection to do all kinds of fun things. You can trade Pokemon, challenge your friends to battle, and so on. Let me give you a quick how-to on registering your friends. You can either input your friend's code directly by using your PAL pad, or you can use the infrared connection feature of the Sea Gear. Then you can register your friend. So this is all stuff that's going to be of no importance to us anymore because it no longer works. The infrared stuff will work if you have friends, but the Wi-Fi stuff, it will not work. So let's heal up real quick. Alright, let's move the team around. Let's take and put Pansear up front now. As we're going to begin heading out of the city. What do you have to say, ma'am? Okay. Okay, here she comes. She's come back. Do you know how technical machines work? A TM can instantly teach a move to a Pokemon. You can use it over and over with different Pokemon. How cool is that? There's an item down here. It is a Great Ball. Is there any other? That bush is a Pikachu. There's a fisherman up there, but we can't reach him? No, you can't talk to him until you get surf. And there's a bubble there in the water. That is just like the shaken grass. It will give you like special encounters. Whoa, it's a shiny gym badge. Getting that badge proves you have skill enough to handle whatever comes next. Alright, so we are now on Route 3. And here on Route 3, we have the daycare center. Where you can leave your Pokemon and they will grow levels. And if you leave a right combination of Pokemon, they will lay eggs. And you can hatch those eggs and breed Pokemon. I think this is a preschool right here as well. I think there's a lady in here that will heal you. Yeah, I think she heals you. I'm pretty sure nobody else in here does anything. Then you have all these kids over here and this teacher. Let's take all them on. I feel invincible because I'm surrounded by the smiles of children in Pokemon. Nursery Aide Autumn. She has a Lillipup. Alright, Pansear. That didn't do as much as I'd hoped it would. Now, Incinerate is not a very powerful move. And Pansear is not going to learn a better fire move until like level like early 20s. Alright, let's just scratch it and knock it out. Oh, they have a mana. Okay, it does not have Forewarn. That means it has Synchronize. So we're gonna swap Pansear out for Lilliput. Because I would say anything like use Lick on it, but since it has Synchronize, it would paralyze Pansear if we paralyzed it. Okay, that's not good at using Defense Curl. Let's bite. Okay, it's still a 2-hit. We flinched it. A 69 experience. Nice. Wow, great, great. I didn't see the last part. Okay, let's go in here, and I'll show you that this, your Pokemon, they don't seem to be healthy. Let them rest here a little bit. So yeah, she will heal you, so you don't have to go all the way back to the Pokemon Center. Now, all these children will battle you. I can't remember, is there a hidden item here in the sand? I can't remember if it's on here on Black 2 and White 2. Okay, yes, we have an Ultra Ball right here. Take this, Hyper Beam. Kid, I doubt you have a Pokemon that can use Hyper Beam. Preschooler Tully. He has a Pansage. Yes, that cannot learn Hyper Beam. So let's just incinerate it. Pansear will go to level 13. We'll try to learn Fury Swipes, but I'm not going to learn that because it is not a very good move. Alright, let's swap for Lilliput. Oh, one of our Lillipups have picked up an item. A Super Potion. One fun thing I like you can do on here, and you can climb up the ladder or the steps and go. Yeah, you can just go up and down the slide. Hey, trainer, have a battle with me. Preschooler Doyle. Doyle rules. And they have a Panpour. Yeah, I did make sure to put Tackle in the first slot on Lilliput here too. I think I have a lot of experience, to be honest. So I'm assuming this preschooler will use... Trainer, I want to play with you. We'll be using a Pansear. Preschooler Wendy, and yes, she does. This was a gripe people had with the games, Black and White, because so many trainers use the elemental monkeys. We just fought one at the gym, and now there's 3 trainers on this route that each have one, and there will be others on many other routes. And Lilliput is now level 14. I like how you're just getting pocket change from these preschoolers. You're just taking little kids' money. So let's heal up real quick. And we will... Well, let me make sure of the team. Okay, we got another item on this little pup. A potion. Okay, yeah. And look, there's 2 more children here. We're going to combine our strength and do our best, so please watch. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? You were challenged by twins Kumi and Amy. And this right here will be our very first double battle of the game. And they are using 2 Purloin. So let's just try and take these 2 out. Yes, Incinerate hits both enemies. So it's going to do even less damage. Okay, it still took out that 1 Purloin. That's good. So let's tackle this Purloin. And we'll Incinerate again. Oh, this little pup is picking up items like crazy. A great ball. Nice. Let's put Pansear back up front now. And we'll head on down Route 3. Hilda, stop. We both have a trio badge, so let's see which of us is stronger. And yes, we now already have our 3rd battle with Charon. Looks like he still only has Snivy and Purloin, because he only has 2 Pokemon. Snivy is now level 14. This is why I led with Pansear. So we can Incinerate again and possibly burn another Oranberry off of it. Yep, he had it. So he's using Leer now to lower our defense because he can't hit us too hard with grass moves. I don't know if it knows Tackle anymore. Okay, he's just using Leer. Snivy goes down. Yep, it's Purloin. So let's swap back to Lillipup now. Oh, it got growth. That's not a bad move to get with assist. But we get a crit with Tackle and knock it out in 1 hit, so the growth didn't matter at all. Why do you keep beating me? We have the same number of gym badges. We should be equals in strength. I see, so that's how you battle. Out of the way. What was that about? Bianca, why are you running? Hey, where were those people headed? That way, but why are you running now? Oh, seriously? They run so fast. Miss, oh, my Pokemon. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Don't cry. Bianca, really, why were you running? You have to hear this. Those people stole this girl's Pokemon. You should have spoken up sooner. Hilda, we're going to get that Pokemon back. Bianca, please stay by this girl's side. Alright, Charon, you go do that. Because for us, we have 2 new Pokemon to find. And I'll be right back when we find one of them. And here we go. I found a Blitzel. Let's use Incinerate. Okay, it's using Charge, so Incinerate's gonna do less damage now. Oh, we had a Cherry Berry and we burned it up, though. This is our first electric type in the game as well. Let's try and lick it. Alright, now let's try and capture it. And we caught it. Now, if you want to use a Blitzel on your team, it is a speedy physical attacker, but its moveset is quite lackluster. If I remember right, its moveset did not get any better until the Scarlet and Violet DLC. When thunderclouds cover the sky, it will appear. It can catch lightning with its mane and store the electricity. No, I will not give a nickname to Blitzel. Alright, I'll be right back when we find the other new Pokemon in this area. Alright, we are back just 2 battles later, and here is the next new Pokemon in this area, Pidove. It's pretty much the beginner bird of this game, and I'll be honest, it's one of the worst of the beginner birds. The thing just doesn't learn any good moves. And there are better flying types you can catch later in the game. Like, the main problem with it is it doesn't learn like any physical flying moves by level up, despite being a physical attacker. And its move pool is just so barren. But we have captured Pidove. These Pokemon live in cities. They are accustomed to people. Flocks often gather in parks and plazas. Alright, let's get out of the grass now. I'm gonna use a potion on Pansear to heal him up a little bit. Let's make our way over here. There's an item right there. I think we'll get that item in a moment. We'll do this over here first. They ran inside here. Hilda, your Pokemon's HP is fine and you're ready to go, right? Yeah, let's go. Then let's go. Hilda, this bothersome bunch doesn't really listen to reason. That child cannot use a Pokemon to its full potential. Doesn't that make the Pokemon sad? It's the same thing for all your Pokemon, so hand them over to us now. Better yet, we'll just take them. So let's take down this Team Plasma Grunt. He just has a Patrat. Now, be careful with Patrats from now on in the game because they know bad. Let's try and use Incinerate. Oh, he crit us. Now, we are really not doing too much. Oh my gosh. If it crits us... Okay, it has Detect as well, so that's a little more annoying. If it crits us, we're gonna faint. There it is. It's just using Detect, though, to wear out our power points. There, look at that. It starts using Bide when it's on the brink of death. But Pansear will not go to level 14. Whoa, whoa, come on now. I'm shocked to lose against a kid. I think that's what it said. What? How can we lose when we have right on our side? Not bad, Hilda. Okay, go return the Pokemon to that girl. You don't need to return it. How troublesome. Not only do you fail to understand, but you actually got in our way to boot. There's 2 of you and 2 of us. We'll show you our combined power and teach you that we are right. So there were more of them. Still, why are Pokemon robbers acting so self-righteous? Hilda, we've been friends our whole lives. We've got each other's back when it counts. Let's show them how it's done. So we will now be teaming with Charon in a double battle against these 2 grunts. but they both just have Patrats. Did we get healed or... No, we did not. So yes, we need to swap out. Let's bring in Duat and debut Musashi's new form. And there they go using Detect. Thankfully, Snivy hit the other one. Alright, let's go with Razor Shell here. And the Patrat goes down just like that. I still don't know how I want Duat to be. Like, I can't decide if I want him to be a special attacker or physical or possibly even a mixed attacker. But we'll decide on that when the time comes. Plasma, what? Did we lose? I cannot believe that Team Plasma lost to such kids. In order to liberate Pokemon from foolish people, we will take their Pokemon. Whatever, what a waste of time. Come on, what reason could possibly justify stealing Pokemon from people? Pokemon trainers like you are making Pokemon suffer. What do you mean, trainers are making Pokemon suffer? I don't get that at all. We'll give you back the Pokemon, but be aware of how this Pokemon suffers from being used by people. Someday, open your eyes to your own complicity. Trainers bring out their Pokemon's strength. Pokemon believe in their trainers and respond to that. I don't understand what about that makes Pokemon suffer. Okay, Hilda, I'll return the Pokemon. Alright, there are 3 new Pokemon in this cave that we have access to. And we found the first one here, Wild Roggenrola. And this is our first rock type we have access to. Okay, I just realized I probably should not have Pansear in here. Okay, one of our Patrats, or one of our Lillipups has an item. So let's bring our Lillipup in. Oh, no Sand Attack. I do not like that. And just like that, we're already missing. Yeah, Roggenrola is a very physically bulky Pokemon. It also has a high attack stat. Oh, it already has Headbutt as well. Oh my goodness, that hurt. Oh, we missed that one. Kind of redundant for you to have Headbutt and Tackle. Oh my gosh, we keep missing, and the Lillipup might be gone now. Huh. This is not good. Of course, as soon as I switch out, it just uses Sand Attack. And look at that, we're already missing. This Roggenrola is just being a pain. Alright, that should be weak enough. Let's toss a Pokeball at it. And we have captured Roggenrola now. They were discovered 100 years ago in an earthquake fissure. Inside each one is an energy core. Now, there are still 2 more Pokemon in this cave we have not captured yet, but we need to heal because both Pansear and Lillipup are pretty banged up. Alright, let's run over here and see if we can... And here you get TM46 Thief. Let's see. Is this the other one? Nope, it's another Roggenrola. I'm going to pause here, and I will find the next Pokemon we don't have. Alright, I found it. This is a Psychic and Flying type Pokemon, Woobat. I will say, if you want this Pokemon, just make sure it has a decent ability, because there's a chance that the one you capture might have a very awful ability. I'm glad we got the paralysis on this, so that means it'll be a little easier to capture. Suction from its nostrils enables it to stick to cave walls during sleep. It leaves a heart-shaped mark behind. And I will be right back once I get the third one. Okay. As you guys can see, there's a little dust cloud going off right here. This is how you get the third Pokemon that is in this cave, but you are not guaranteed it to be a Pokemon. Sometimes it will be an item, like so. We just found a Psychic Gem instead of the Pokemon. So, I'll be right back when we find the Pokemon. Alright guys, I'm back, and we finally found a Drillbur. This is the Pokemon you can find within those dust clouds. And Drillbur, I will say, is probably one of the best Pokemon you can use in this game. Here we go. It's already using Mud Slap to lower our accuracy. Gonna need that paralysis on this thing, Pansear, please. Still no paralysis. And we missed that lick. I think we're speed tied because I just outsped it just then. Oh no, wait, Pansear might go down here. Oh, he hit 2 times. Let's try one more lick. We didn't paralysis it. And Pansear goes down. So let's just put Musashi in there. Let's just try and capture it here. And we call it Drillbur. It makes its way swiftly through the soil by putting both claws together and rotating at high speed. Like a drill. Alright, let's get out of this cave now, since we have everything we want for now. Hilda, thank you so much. The 2 of you got her Pokemon back. I'm lucky to have friends like you two. Thank you, miss. Please, take these as a thank you present. And she'll gift us some heal balls. Oh, those are heal balls. They completely heal the captured Pokemon on the spot. How sweet of you. I'm going to see this girl on her way, so see you later, Hilda. Bye-bye. And our repel wears off. I'm going to try and sneak past this guy, and I'll probably face these trainers off screen. Hilda, stop. That dark tall grass over there. Every now and again, 2 Pokemon will pop out at the same time. In other words, you have to be careful in the darker grass. I'm heading on to Striaton City. Okay, so what Charian is talking about is in this dark grass, you can battle 2 wild Pokemon at once. And I believe they're also higher leveled on occasion than in the normal grass. Okay, we got past her. And there's another water bulb. Oh gosh. I can't remember if she fights you or not. This guy definitely does. So let's try and walk through the grass and get by him. But of course, we have to run into a wild Pokemon in the first step. And we are now in Striaton City. Come with me a sec. If you go straight from here, there's a Pokemon Center. And use these if you want. And Charon will give us some Chesto Berries. Give your Pokemon a Chesto Berry to hold, then if it ever falls asleep, it will wake up immediately. Oh, and another piece of advice. Striaton City's gym leader uses normal types. If you have a fighting type Pokemon, it might give you a big advantage. Okay, so as for what Charon was saying, if you start with Tepig, you will already have a fighting type by now with Pignite. And Pignite will be a very big help against the next gym. But we started with Oshawott, so we do not have any fighting types. So, I'm going to end things off here for now. And when we come back next time, we're going to go to the next area to the left of Striaton City and capture a few more Pokemon. But until then, I will see you guys next time.